All right, Cowboys Nation, this is not a drill, this is the kind of news that shakes up the entire NFL landscape. Cooper Kupp, the former Super Bowl MVP, the same guy who put together one of the greatest wide receiver seasons in history, is officially a Dallas Cowboy. That's right, Kupp is heading to Dallas on a jaw-dropping, blockbuster 3-year deal worth a whopping $90 million. With $60 million guaranteed and a massive $30 million signing bonus that had everyone from insiders to casual fans absolutely stunned. It's the kind of bold, aggressive move that fans have been begging Jerry Jones to make for years. No more playing it safe. No more one foot in the door strategy. This is full throttle, win now, throw everything at the wall Cowboys football. The message from the front office could not be clearer. They believe the Super Bowl window is wide open, and they just handed Dak Prescott one of the best weapons the NFL has seen over the past 5 years. Cooper Kupp isn't just a receiver, he's a tactician, a route-running savant, and a third-down machine with hands like glue and the vision of a quarterback. You don't bring in a guy like this unless you're ready to put all your chips in. And Dallas just did exactly that. Now let's break this down because, folks, there's so much to digest here. Kupp is entering his age 31 season, and yes, that's usually the point when wide receivers start to decline, especially those with an injury history, but Kupp is not your average wide receiver. We're talking about a guy who understands defenses like a quarterback, who runs some of the crispest routes in the game, and who has built a reputation for his football IQ as much as his athleticism. Even when he's not at 100% physically, he's able to produce at a high level because of how smart he is and how in sync he is with his quarterback. And speaking of quarterbacks, Dak Prescott must be over the moon right now. For years, the Cowboys' offense has lacked a consistent, dependable secondary threat behind CeeDee Lamb. Michael Gallup never quite bounced back to form, and while Brandon Cooks had flashes, the chemistry just didn't fully click. Kupp instantly elevates the offense and gives Dak something he hasn't had since the peak of Amari Cooper's time in Dallas, a high-volume, separation-creating, timing-based receiver who thrives on precision. Kupp's arrival isn't just about splash, it's about efficiency, about third-down conversions, red zone reliability, and keeping drives alive when the stakes are high. This is a playoff-style acquisition, not a regular season luxury. Financially, this is a monster deal, no doubt about it. $30 million per year over 3 seasons puts Kupp near the very top of the wide receiver market. It's a bold move, especially for a team that already has major extensions looming with CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons. But the Cowboys front office got creative with the contract structure, front-loading the bonus, staggering the cap hits across multiple years, and likely building in void years to spread the impact out. It's aggressive, but it's smart aggression, the kind of forward-thinking approach fans have been demanding for a long time. For years, Jerry and Stephen Jones were known for playing things cautiously, opting for internal development over splashy signings. But this year, with the NFC looking wide open and the Eagles retooling, Dallas sees a real opportunity to take the reins of the division and maybe even the conference. And when you consider how close the Cowboys have been in recent seasons, always hovering just under the elite tier, this is exactly the kind of move that can push them over the top. Add Kupp to Lamb, Jake Ferguson, and Tony Pollard or whoever else they trust in the backfield, and suddenly this offense has layers, versatility, and most importantly options. From a football perspective, Kupp fits perfectly into Brian Schottenheimer's evolving offensive scheme. This isn't your old-school Dallas vertical offense anymore. Schottenheimer has been leaning into layered route trees, motion-based misdirection, and timing throws that open up windows for intermediate gains and yards after catch. That's Kupp's bread and butter. He's a nightmare for linebackers in zone, he's impossible to jam at the line with his release footwork, and he turns 6-yard slants into 16-yard gains with his field awareness. Pairing him with CeeDee Lamb, who thrives on the outside and has emerged as a legitimate W-run, is a masterstroke. Defenses are going to be forced to pick their poison. Do you bracket Lamb and leave Kupp working one-on-one against your nickel corner or linebacker? Or do you try to take Kupp away underneath and expose yourself to deep plays over the top? Either way, Dak's job just got a whole lot easier. And for a quarterback who's been under constant scrutiny, from media to fans to even internal whispers, this is his prove-it season. With the team investing this heavily in an offensive weapon, the pressure is squarely on Prescott to deliver. And if there's one thing we know about Kupp, it's that he'll be where he's supposed to be when he's supposed to be there. The chemistry will come fast. Don't be surprised if by week 4 or 5, these two are connecting like they've played together for years. And let's talk about the locker room presence. Kupp is a consummate professional. He's known for his work ethic, his humility, and his attention to detail. This isn't a diva receiver demanding targets or throwing tantrums on the sideline. He's a coach's dream, always prepared, always locked in, always mentoring the younger guys. That matters. In a room that's going to feature young receivers like Jalen Tolbert and potentially a rookie or two, having a veteran like Kupp is invaluable. He's going to elevate everyone's game, not just with his talent, but with his approach. He studies film like a quarterback. He lives in the film room. And that kind of mindset spreads. If you're looking for culture-shifting moves, this is it. This isn't just about football, it's about tone setting. About signaling that the Cowboys are serious about maximizing their talent window and surrounding Dak with the best possible weapons to win now. Yes, there will be skeptics. Anytime a 31-year-old with a recent injury history gets this kind of money, people are going to raise eyebrows. He missed time with ankle and hamstring issues, and some wonder if his best years are behind him. But the Cowboys are betting that with smart usage, load management, and strategic rotation, Kupp can not only stay healthy but thrive in a role that doesn't ask him to carry the entire passing game like he did with the Rams. In Dallas, he's not expected to be the WR1, he's part of a duo. And that makes him even more dangerous. Less pressure, more space, and a quarterback hungry to prove doubters wrong. That's a formula for success. And let's not forget Cooper Kupp didn't just have a good season in 2021. He had one of the greatest receiving seasons in NFL history. 145 catches, 1,947 yards, and 16 touchdowns. That kind of production doesn't just disappear overnight. If he's even 80% of that player, the Cowboys just landed a top 10 receiver to pair with another top 10 receiver. That's a nightmare scenario for every defensive coordinator in the league. Fans are already going wild on social media. The hype is real. Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, you name it, Cowboys fans are celebrating like it's Christmas in July. Memes, jersey mock-ups, highlight reels, people photoshopping Kupp into a Cowboys uniform, it's all happening in real time. And honestly, it's justified. For too long, Dallas has been hesitant to swing big in free agency. They've relied on the draft, on internal development, on bargain bin signings. But this year, the gloves are off. This move proves they're serious about competing now. No more rebuilding, no more patience, this is win now mode, and Cooper Kupp is the headline. As we look ahead to training camp, to the preseason, to week 1, there will be questions. How fast will the chemistry come together? Will Kupp stay healthy? Can Dak make this leap with his new arsenal? But one thing's for sure, the Dallas Cowboys just became a lot more dangerous. They added a weapon, a leader, and a winner. And that should have every fan in Texas and across the NFL paying close attention.